Man, I got an awesome office. I got some awesome artwork to hang up. I have some good space, and it isn't too echoey in here. But I have a lav mic, so that's fine. But the thing I am missing is some good light. This shot just sucks. It really does. No dynamic, kind of flat picture. I do not like it. And with all my video production stuff at my fingertips, I think I could do something about it. So let me just focus in real quick. And let me see if I could do something about it, okay? Hold on real quick. Hold on. Oh. Yeah. That'll do. That looks pretty good. I got my paintings up there with the lights. I got a nice little LED in the background. I got a fill light and a direct light overhead. This is what I was kind of missing on where I was previously, where I had the space to do it and everything, but I didn't have the actual space to put in a fill light, to put in a overhead light, just to make the picture better. This is obviously a lot more pleasant to look at than just a flat picture like I had before. But hopefully this is a pretty dramatic change, and hopefully this will make you, be interested a little bit more in my blabbering. Hey guys, welcome. If you're new here, if you are a subscriber or this is not your first video, welcome back. It's been a little bit of time. It's been about 4 or 5 months, some of that sort, but last video I made. But for those who don't know me and this is your first video seeing this, hey, my name's Slade. I run grade level collectibles on eBay as well as just an LLC I run selling Pokemon stuff, collectible stuff. And this channel is really dedicated for sharing knowledge and information about the things that I sell, as well as just the wonderful world of collectibles. Everything, specifically more of a direct from Japanese collectibles. I have a niche in that, and that's a lot of my passion and a lot of my love for Pokemon comes from the direct Japanese releases. But I talk everything about Pokemon, the market trends, whatever, what I'm buying that day, what I'm thinking of, whatever the market is doing. So, but today, like I said, welcome. It's your first time, but today I wanted to kind of catch everyone up on what's really been happening the past like 5 months. And good old myself, I can't keep everything straight. I got to write it down. So I have my little list. Yeah, I wanted to first start in. Like I said, welcome back. For those who, this isn't your first video. But what has happened since the last time I did a video till now? I think last couple of videos or a couple of videos before this one, I talked all about the boom in the alternate arts English. Obviously, that's way old news nowadays. Now 4 months later, but as you know, or many of you know, and this could be outdated information by the time you watch this, maybe a year later, but the boom happened during the summer, and then who would have thunk bust happened with all the alternate arts, where a lot of the alternate arts went up 20, 50, 100, 200% in value, and then it wasn't sustainable, and everyone's like, oh crap, I shouldn't invest in Moonbreon, whatever, and it busted out. Over the summer, with my sales trends, and I have everything from English modern to Japanese vintage, English vintage, everything in between on my eBay store. It has about like 150 listings, maybe 200 and something listings. I buy and sell stuff pretty much all the time. And the trends I've been seeing recently has been surprisingly more on the English modern. English modern, it's the most shallow as in field you can get into. You don't have to be deep into the Pokemon realm to understand what a Moonbreon is or understand what an alternate art is for whatever. It's on the shelf. It's accessible. And so it makes sense that those will be the most volatile cards, because right when they come out, they are a lot of hype and everything goes around the cards. They skyrocket in value, and then everyone's like, oh wait, these are plentiful, and then it shoots right back down. Usually the first days of releases on anything like what was it, Shrouded Fable, and then just recently the new Terra set coming out. There's so many sets coming out. But usually the trend is that the prices for new release cards come out of the market. Everyone buys them up to possibly grade, to be the first ones on market to make the big premiums. That's I would feel why a lot of that still trends, where everyone's like, why are you buying these right at release? They're going to tank in a month. It's because the people wanting to buy them, grade them, and then flip them for crazy profits, or because the real money comes from graded cards and comes from like first on the scene graded cards, where the hype is still at a peak level. But I've noticed, yeah, a lot more English Modern, a lot of, oh my gosh, my Charizard EXs, the promos that came in those tins, not Shrouded Fable, it was another, the set right before it, came up with these tins that has this really nice Charizard EX promo, but, it's pretty plentiful. But I was able to get a lot of them up, grade them, and then they've been I sold out of them at, they were $49.99 listed them because they're plentiful. And, $20 profit is, nice for me. And then just all of a sudden, like 3 sold in a day. Then the next day, another one sold. And then the next day after that, 2 others sold. And I since sold out of them. I even raised the price $10, so like $60, but then it was completely just sold out. So I don't know what's the, maybe speculation, all that kind of stuff on that card. But it's very interesting especially nowadays in the Pokemon market. You can never guess what's going to happen next in the Pokemon scene. It is ever evolving into a whole nother monster that none of us can predict. If you asked a year ago, 2 years ago, people were like, oh, why are you buying all this Modern? Why are you putting all this money in Modern and everything? It's just going to be, printed forever, and then it's going to be plummeted in value. But for some unknown reason, it's probably because of all the investors and all the, the online auction platforms and streaming services and all that type of instant buy type of thing. It's probably a bunch of that, but for some reason it just skyrockets in value, and everyone's like, oh, I gotta get this. It's just an ever it is so much supply. It's very little supply. We got to grab it all up before someone else does. And so it just has turned into this whole monster that I'm like, whoa, I'm kind of staying true to my understanding of collectibles and my understanding of where I am at. And that's, like I said, majority in Japanese. And so it's been so funny. It's everything you've thought, like especially myself, like, oh yeah, this is definitely going to go this way, or this definitely go this way. And I predicted a good bit of amount of those, but for some weird reason, a lot of things that I think is it's definitely going to be this way, it's the complete opposite. I couldn't tell you. It's never like flatline. It's like complete opposite. Like Shroud Fable, a weird statement today would be Shroud Fable's like the next Evolving Skies or whatever, and everybody's like, oh, that's garbage or whatever. But then tomorrow it shoots up in every huge in value, and I'm not saying that's true because of Shroud Fable doesn't have a really good cards like Evolving Skies does, but that just goes to show of this market is ever evolving. You never can guess what's going to happen next. So that was a whole debacle this past summer. Just like the summer previously was the Japanese boom and bust, this summer was the English in the alternate art boom and bust. It's like the Super Bowl, or like the next show that's coming out once a year, or what's going to happen, what's going to moon, what's going to half in value, what's going to double in value, then half in value, and who's going to be screwed, all that kind of stuff. It's a whole rat race, I feel, at some sort. But it's so interesting because for myself, I work for a living. Who would have thunk? I don't do this full time. As you can tell, I would be not eating right now. But yeah, I have a regular 9-to-5 job, and I've been running that, and I do have the privilege to just sit back, and kind of relax and not really worry about what's mooning and what's, going down. If I was someone that, went to conventions every single month or every single week, that I would be a little bit more concerned. And that would just drive me kind of nuts. So I have to first, it would be majority, I had to reprice everything. I have to, all that kind of stuff, where it's a lot more work than me just sitting back and, letting my collectibles, if they go up in value and they sell, that's good. If they don't, then I'll reassess and drop that price down or whatever, or store them away for a long period of time. I'm good. I'm having a steady paycheck coming in, and just like that video I did about you should not go full time. You should not do a Pokemon business. You should think twice about doing a Pokemon business, and this may not be all the roses and flowers that you think it is, especially during hype periods where everyone's like, oh, I'm going to start a business. I'm going to start a Pokemon business to sell or whatever, because even myself doing this Pokemon stuff, not full-time, very, very much part-time, if I did it full-time, I would be, man, I would be stressing out and all that kind of stuff. But when it is those times that, nothing's really selling, then I have the privilege of just sitting back and just not doing anything, because sometimes that's the best thing to do. But, I'm the king of rambling, so this will just be another one of those videos that I don't have to edit that much, but at the same time, I'll probably have to edit a good bit amount so people don't like, oh, this is boring, click off. But you're not watching this because I'm the next hype channel, so I just like videography. I like talking to myself, but also like just explaining things and explaining certain history, and that's just what really got me into the collectible space, is the history, the releases, the uniqueness. I'm a very much collector at heart. I collect vinyl records. I collect a whole bunch of different things. And yeah, but enough of therapy. We can go into the next thing, which is the next thing. I'll probably I'll probably make this video two-parter, but Worlds 2024. Worlds 2024 was awesome. It was my first Worlds. It was a really, really good experience, and it was cool. It was in Hawaii, like, oh no, I gotta go on a business trip to Hawaii. Oh no. Me and my wife, we had a lot of fun time going exploring Hawaii, going to Diamond Head. That was awesome. I come from a military background, so it was really cool seeing that old base, and it literally is inside of a volcano, which is awesome. A inert volcano. Diamond, for those who don't know, Diamond Head. I'm pretty sure it's Diamond Head. Diamond Head or Diamond Point, I forgot. But anyway, it's like one of the highest points in Hawaii. And it's part of a ridge line around. It's the ridge of the volcano, and this was inside the volcano. In the mouth of the volcano was a military base, and they pretty much drilled into the sides of the volcano, rim type of thing, to set up a perimeter all around. And Diamond Point is this area where you can hike up to the highest peak in the volcano, and you could just look around 360, and it is absolutely breathtaking of how beautiful it was. Actually, the first day going there, I took a picture of Diamond Head, and I then took when we went up there later in the week, because I was only there for about a week, I took a picture pointing to the direction where I took a picture from the first time. So it's cool. I have like two different pictures of two different perspectives. So it's really cool, and Hawaii is just beautiful. First time being in Hawaii. Wife, she's been before. But it was just a phenomenal experience. And obviously the biggest thing was Worlds. I mean, I've never been to Worlds before. That was awesome. The best thing about Worlds, honestly, was just meeting the people. Meeting the people on E4, we went to the E4 meetup. That was amazing. I met, Dizzle, PFM. I met all those guys. Sadly, Scott wasn't there, but we had a picture of him, so he's in the group photo. I'll post the group photo right here. But it was a great experience. There was one of the members, his Snorlax in the profile, but the profile picture. But anyway, he this will bother me if I don't get it. Oh yeah, Silver Snorlax 204. He set up the room. He bought the room for the E4 meetup and everything. and he put this all together. It was really cool. Thanks so much, Silver Snorlax. I don't know if you're watching, but thanks so much for doing that. You did a phenomenal job setting all that stuff up. But it was just a great time. Great time meeting friends, meeting people who a lot of us have never met Admiral. Admiral never shows his face anywhere, so it was really cool meeting him. I got a really cool aerial card from him. He'll know what I'm talking about, the people that were there. But really cool aerial. You know, we opened up some dead TCG cards and everything. But it was a really cool event that for anyone watching, I would highly suggest you going to any type of Worlds. These next 2 Worlds are going to be in California. I forgot San Francisco, and then the year after this year in 2026. 2025, it's in California. Starts with a C, not Cancun, because that's not a city in California. But anyway, it's going to be in California this next year, and I plan on being there. So if you're going, hey, reach out to me. I can meet up with you. You know, if you want to say like, hey, what's up? You know, I love meeting people. Love meeting people in the hobby. And it was just a really awesome time. I also got, it's actually right here, while I was there, an autograph. I had one of the posters, pretty cool. This is the full art Pikachu and Spriggerito and all them with the Scarlet and Violet era. And it was Furusawa. He also designed the Charizard, the Charizard battling Pikachu and vice versa as well, Pikachu battling Charizard, as well as he designed this New Year's this year's Worlds 2024 card. He designed that as well with Pikachu and Mew. Really awesome card illustration. I asked him, since he did the thing with Charizard and Pikachu, I asked him, hey, are you going to? He had a translator there too. But I asked him, hey, are you going to do the reverse as well? You know, Mew, a picture behind, or an illustration of behind Mew and Pikachu in the forefront. And his response was, hey, if Pokemon tells me to, I will. So it's kind of funny in that sense. But yeah, it was really cool meeting him. Got a quick picture with him. And then obviously the biggest event that happened, for me anyway, was the Himeno meetup, the signature and meet in person type of event. It was really cool. It was actually one of the E4 people. They have their mother's actually in charge of all the, I don't want to say his name, but in charge of all the events that happen in Pokemon, and so they were able to pull some strings and to have this, maybe not pull the strings, but maybe just like host this Himeno signature event and everything. And so they did it one time before, maybe multiple times before, I can't remember, but this year they did it. And it was really cool. It was advertised, and it was via lottery system on Himeno's website, on her Twitter, I think. And I signed up for it. I'm like, hey, I'll get everything if I can, or because it was lottery, because I didn't know what I would get. But I ended up going for the full size, or the regular size Shikishi, and that's what you see over there, the dragon, where I showed in the previous video. I'll probably do an in-depth review of that, but that was an awesome event. She was so nice. She dressed in like a full traditional, I don't want to say the name wrong, but it's like a Japanese traditional dress. And I got a picture with her as well, as shown in the previous video right here as well. But it was really cool meeting her. I asked her some good questions. That was the biggest thing. I was just ask some good questions on, a lot of us, you never want to say an artist's art is bad or anything, because Himeno is not at all. But a lot of us have nostalgia for the hand-drawn illustration she did back in the 90s and the early 2000s. And I was asking her, like, hey, do you think you'll ever do that again? Because obviously digital is a lot easier, and, Pokemon really likes digital, and it's easier to translate in creatures, obviously, translate into the card. But I asked her, like, hey, do you think you'll, utilize that in the future of some sort? She did her full event poster that way as well, like a drawing, illustration, and it was beautiful as well. And so she, that type of style, a lot of us like, oh man, really, really, oh, I like your old stuff. No, that's not it at all. Just we have nostalgia for that, and we want to see it possibly come back. And so I asked it to her. She said, oh, that's it's very kind of you to say that. And she was also saying, if it comes about, yes, I would like to do that again. But it was also, I wish I did this video a little bit earlier because I would remember more stuff from the just conversation, because it was like, I think it was 5 minutes. I mean, it was very, very short period of time. We asked about the dragon. What's their inspiration? She says, oh, people really like dragons, so I decided to do a dragon. So that was kind of funny as well. But yeah, she incorporated glitter and gold into it as well. It's just really cool just to have an illustration of her, of original illustration that I own. It's really cool. Like I said, a lot of us have nostalgia for her work she's done. Back in the 90s, she did the original Birthday Pikachu. Yeah, a lot of I am a huge fan of the Not Awake series that she did back in, I think it was 2001. I'm pretty sure it was, and that was phenomenal that she did. But yeah, I had a lot of questions I wanted to ask. I didn't have a lot of the time to do it, obviously, but that was a phenomenal event that I really truly enjoyed. And yeah, just meeting an OG illustrator in Pokemon is just an amazing experience. And I look forward to in the future where I can go and do more of that kind of stuff. But yeah, Worlds. Me and my wife spent, I think it was 6 days there, and it was a really, really cool event. We obviously got a ton of stuff from the Pokemon Center. I was actually able to, I'll grab it. Oof. Okay, come on down here, boy. I was actually able to get a skateboard. So this thing is awesome looking. Here, let me just, I didn't just get it. Let me see. Whew. I actually got it. Oh, geez. Let me put it down. Oof. I actually got it signed by Bear Walker as well. So really, really cool. I really enjoyed getting this. It's just really cool. I got him to sign it front and back. But yeah, I just love this year's Scuba Chew. I just love this year's Pikachu. And Honolulu was just such a cool event. Obviously, the introduction and the whole, it was. I just loved every bit of all the little exclusive merch and merchandise and everything. And so I'm thinking maybe hanging this up somewhere. I don't know, or just putting it together. I'm definitely, obviously, not going to use it. I'm definitely going to hang it somewhere, but I don't know if I want to hang it up just as the board, or I want to put the wheels on it. I don't know. But I also got a lot of stuff from the Pokemon Center. I got a lot of stuff for my store, obviously, but also for myself. My wife actually got the nice polo that came out with, it was like the really expensive button down that I bought for her, because there was only ladies. There was only ladies left. There's no men ones left, sadly, because who would have thunk that there was not a lot of people wanting to buy those for females than males, but at a Pokemon event, who knew? But anyway, it was a really cool experience, and I can't wait to go again. Oh, is it Anaheim, California? I don't know why there was a C in it. That's what I'm thinking of this year. So it's in Anaheim. Yeah, wow. I don't know. My brain's stupid. My brain's weird. But anyway, it was a really cool experience. Man, I think this video is a little long, so I'll cut it there. But hopefully you like the new setup. I'm gonna get some more LEDs as well. Put in the sides just to make it a little bit more colorful. I got the E4 purple going on right there, and I can even. It's really cool. I can, here, let me just demonstrate it real quick. I can change to any different color that I want. So if I'm angry and I'm like, you know, getting really worked up and everything, I can throw on the red. I'm like, oh, you know, I don't like this at all. These prices are way too high. You know, what's going on? Why isn't everybody buying Japanese? What the heck? And if I'm just, you know, if I'm just relaxed and everything, I put a nice cool blue. You know, it matches my shirt. You know, I can rock that, or I can rock, like I said, the E4 purple. You know. I could do any color. I can do any color. Even this cyan's a little, got the grade level collectibles cyan right there. but yeah, this new space will be really fun to work with, and I am very excited for the future. So hopefully I didn't bore you guys that too much. Thankfully this at least if I bored you guys, at least it's better to look at now. So or I think, but. Without further ado, I'll catch you guys in the next one. See you later.